Hello, hello, hello. Guess who? Miss Peggy here, all the way from North Texas, from my house to your house. So today, I want to talk to y'all about missing all the warning signs and red flags, red flags, red flags. How you ignore the warning signs because you think you're in a kind, loving, empathetic relationship. Why would you think anything else when you're starting a new relationship? So that's what I did. I ignored all of the warning signs. I ignored all the red flags. And yes, I did get some. So let's talk about what I ignored and what people do whenever they're in relationships that we should not ignore. And if we see any of these signs, we should put a halt on it right then and there and just move on from it, because when people give you those warning signs, that is a red flag that they are narcissistic type persons. So yeah, so the first thing that Robert did when we got in a committed relationship, sleeping in the same bedroom and basically considered a couple, we went to an event at I forget where we were, but we were at an event and we ran into one of Robert's co-workers. And at the time, that was a roofing company, and this guy roofed with Robert. And so when we ran into him, Robert's going, "Hey, I can't believe I run into you here, of all people I never expected to run into." And so I'm standing there listening to him talk to this guy, and Robert introduces me to him. And when he introduces him to me, me to him, he goes, "This is my friend." And I was like, "Friend? I thought I was your girlfriend." In my mind, I'm thinking that. So it's like when we got home, I think the next day or something, I called him out on it, and I was like, when you introduced me to your friend, you just introduced me as your friend. I said, "Why wouldn't you tell him that I'm your girlfriend?" And of course, he had excuses for it. He is like, "Oh, I just misspoke. I didn't mean to say that. I should have, said that you was my girlfriend." And I was like, "Oh, okay." It's like, kind of bought it, kind of didn't buy it, but I just let it go. That was my very first warning sign. That was within the first 6 months of him and I being in a committed relationship. So that was the first red flag that I saw. And then Robert, in 18 years, he never, ever, ever said good morning or good night. Ever. And I always did. I was just accustomed to that. That's what you do whenever you get up in the morning. You go, "Hey, good morning. How did you sleep?" And you go to bed at night. You kiss goodnight and say goodnight, you know. And Robert has never done that. And so over the years, I've thought, it's like, why am I the only one that ever says it? Why doesn't he ever say that? And so I tested him. I'm getting hot again, so I got to take off this sweatshirt. But anyway, I tested him. And so he didn't know I was testing him, of course, but I did. I tested him. And so I didn't say goodnight just to see if he would. And he didn't. And I tested him again. I didn't say good morning. He didn't either. He just walked right by me and not even say anything. And so I was like, that should have been another red flag. And I didn't I just let it go. Like, well, he just, I don't know, maybe his family didn't do that. Maybe his loved ones don't do that. It's like, but mine did, so I just kind of let it go. So, I would always tell him good morning. I'd always tell him good night, even after I tested him on it and stuff, and I just kind of let it go. But never, ever did that ever happen. So then, the first year we were together, we exchanged Christmas gifts. And the second year we were together, Robert made it very clear to me that he was not going to give gifts. He's not into Valentine's gifts. He's not into Christmas gifts. He's just not into gift giving. And he kind of is like, that's just the way I am. So just deal with it, I guess. So over the years, when I go shopping and I buy him a birthday present or a Christmas present, I just pick up one for me. Because, if he's not going to go buy it, I'll buy it and put my name on it. I didn't have a problem with that, so, pick out what I like. So I would always go Christmas shopping, and I would go and buy him a Christmas gift, and then I'd buy me one too. And I'd wrap them both up, and he would kind of laugh it off, like, you're opening your present, but you already know what's in it, so why do you even wrap it? I was like, because it's the gift from you. Thank you for being so considerate to buy me a present. And even at birthdays and stuff, I would buy him a birthday present. Come my birthday, he didn't get me nothing. So I would make my own birthday cake, and I'd get my own birthday present. So, so I made him a birthday cake, and then when it was my birthday, I made me a birthday cake. So that's just the way that worked. And then he promised, when we first got together, I had an extended family because my husband had passed away. So I still attended their Christmas, which was a family Christmas. So I still attended it. So the first year Robert and I was together, he went with me. The second year we were together, he told me he wasn't gonna go. And I didn't really think of why he said he wasn't going to go. I didn't really care, but I went by myself. And I kind of felt bad about having to be there by myself, and they knew Robert's at home. But I just made an excuse for him and had a good time. So then the next year, the third year we were together, I just didn't go. He didn't go, he refused to go, and then I just didn't go. So that was his plot to divide me from my family. I didn't know it at the time, but I do now because that's what all the therapists say. I watched Dr. Romani, and that's what she says. That was their motive, to destroy and keep you from your family. So, that worked. So then, and then, he used to call me when I was penny shopping, and this was like 3 or 4 years ago, and he would call me on my cell phone or text me, and he'd want me to go get him something at the store. I need you to pick up this. I need you to go by the Charlie's doctor, the animal clinic, and pick up his seizure medicine, or I need you to go to Joshua and get his medicine at the pharmacy, or I need you to do this, or I need you to pick up that. It was always trying to interrupt my penny shopping. And I didn't realize that, but that is a tactic that they use to try to interrupt what you're out doing. And so, that was kind of, I had to just finally tell him, it's like, when I'm out penny shopping, I don't want you to text me and call me and tell me I need to go get some bread. I need to go get Charlie's flea medicine. I need to, whatever it is. I don't want to be doing it. Why cannot you tell me on Monday or Wednesday that you need this stuff. I'll go to the store on Monday. I'll go to the store on Wednesday. It's like, but why do you have to interrupt my penny shopping? Well, he just got mad and just blew up at me and started screaming and hollering about how selfish I was and make it my problem. But yeah, he used to do that all the time, and I just got so tired of it. I just confronted him about it, and you know, and then Robert never ever supported my YouTube channel. As soon as I created it, he just had all the negative stuff to say about it. And then after I started getting successful at it, and I've been on it for 3, almost 4 years, a few months back, some of y'all know, he created his own YouTube channel. And he was going to do gardening, and he was going to do stuff like that. Well, when he made 3 or 4 videos, I think he only made 6, but when he made 3 or 4 videos, I told him, it's like, you know, y'all were over there subscribing to his channel, y'all were commenting on his videos, and I told him, I was like, you need to go to your comments and kind of answer your comments and get involved with your subscribers. And he thought about that for a day, and then he just made 2 more videos, and he just quit. And he said, I'm not doing YouTube anymore because it's just too hard. It's too, I'm not gonna talk to them subscribers. I'm not gonna get involved with them because that's just not what I do. So he just quit. I was like, well, you know, that's just his personality. So I told him everybody can't be a YouTuber. You know, he thought it was gonna be so easy and he could just show me up. You know, because it's his narcissistic personality. He's better than everybody. And I just let him gloat about it. It's like, and then when he quit, it's like, okay, well, whatever. Didn't bother me at all. And, you know, and, you know, when Robert and I was first together, he told me he was an atheist. And I was like, well, that's his soul, not my soul. So it's like I didn't really know anything about narcissistic personalities and the devil and the connection between the two. I didn't have a clue about that until just recently when I've started studying about narcissistic personalities and what their souls are involved in. And they are just strictly straight from the devil. They have nothing to do with God. They don't want to have anything to do with God. So they just choose evil where we choose good. And I don't know why they do that. I don't know. You know, I've always known that we have the good and the bad, but I just never knew that these people were in the flesh. I kind of just assumed they're in the soul, you know, in the spirit world. Atheists and narcissistic people were just people that didn't cause trouble. They just didn't believe in God. They just didn't go to church. They just had negative ideas and stuff. But I didn't know that they had an agenda to destroy all of our happiness. Who knew? But yeah, I just wanted to let y'all know that I ignored all those red flags. I got tons of them. And if you're dating somebody or you're out there thinking about dating somebody, if they have any negative things like that to say that I've experienced and I can help you, just turn them off. Don't talk to them. Don't continue to pursue your dating prospects with them. Just walk away. My girlfriend, rest in peace, when Robert and I are first together, she saw what Robert was doing, and she just used to tell me, she's like, well, don't let your kindness be mistaken for weakness. And I didn't really understand what she meant by that. And I was like, yeah, sure, I'm not going to let nobody do that. But I didn't know that she saw more into what he was doing than I did. But she was trying to warn me in her kindest way without making me mad, I guess. She just kept saying that, and she said it several times. And then she made comments about he's just a walk away Joe. And you know, she loved that song back. I don't know, it's a rock and roll song, but she loved that. And yeah, some people are just walk away Joes. I don't care if they're girls or guys. They all are a Josephine or a Joe. Walk away Joes. And yeah, don't let people mistake kindness for weakness, because kind people are empaths, and we get abused by narcissists. So if you're a kind person and you're a nice person and you care about other people's feelings, um, you're the ones they're going to attack. So that's why he picked me to attack, because I was happy, I was self-reliant, I had my own home, I was self-employed. I've been self-employed most of my adult life. I started my first job self-employed was when I was 18, right out of my mother's house. I started being a photographer for my uncle's studio. So I've been self-employed more than I've been worked in the factories. But I did work the factories. I built semiconductors for computers, and that's what I did in the factories in between my self-employed and stuff. So I really love that, because electronics is one of the most fascinating and interesting jobs you can have, that just every day I loved going to work. But anyway, don't ever let anybody steal your joy. If you're happy and you know it, don't let them bring you down. So I just wanted to share some of that with you. Don't ignore the red flags. So Miss Peggy's going to say goodbye now. Adios from North Texas, and goodbye from Cowtown. And smile. See that sign up there on my... Smile. That word makes them mad. That's one of the tests that I did to Robert one night when we were on the porch to see if he was a narcissist, because they said if you tell them that you're happy and you love to smile and have joy, they will hate that. So I waited till he was talking about somebody else being happy, and I said, here's my chance. They're just like me. I'm so happy. I never get upset. I'm just a happy-go-lucky person, and I just love being like that. And Robert just went like he was smiling. He went just like that. I mean, it's just like that mask came off and his madness just came right on his face. As soon as that happened, I knew Dr. Romney was right, that I was dealing with a narcissistic personality. So, love y'all. Bye-bye.